margin is actually 15 points at the minute. We'll have a draw.
How'd you work that out?
You're the accurate one. I'm not arguing with you no more.
It's hard to work out, isn't it?
Okay, 4:30 precisely starts the last quarter on this 11th day of July 1998 at Baker's Oval, the day that could complete the Cheetahs season for 98 if they are beaten by Thomson this afternoon. A lovely mark taken, Scotty Cowie. Just chips out wide, looks there for Russell Scott, who's been good. Long
Not
ball,
a good kick.
Not a good kick, bit well weighted there. And Dan Fanning takes the footy. Inboard he goes. Not a good kick. Warren comes in for the Cheetahs and takes a good chest mark.
Now they've got to try and bypass young Wilkins here. They've put it straight up in the air where he's going to make a contest of it and get towards the last quarter. The height takes over. Oh, he's a bit stiff there, young Ingerson, with his handball. If it had hit the target, Willie was running forward.
Yeah, as it is now, there's a pack of players. Ball spills to where Bradley breaks clear. Gave it to Burns. Runs his full distance. The left drop punt. Drops short and in the way. Pretty impressed with this
He's
youngster.
been very good, hasn't he?
Yeah, young Wilkie.
Chris Wilkie.
Oh, it's he's got in the back of the
Yeah,
sky.
that was using his head, wasn't it?
Well, the ricochet is all right because it's gone to Tung O'Neill. And Ricochet's back into it again. He's been very busy this afternoon.
He has, hasn't he?
He's been around for a while, that Ricochet.
He drives a trotter too, doesn't he?
Only at the
Oh,
trial.
no, that's Rick Shaw that drives
only,
the trotter.
only at the trials, Fenno.
It's a Rick Shaw that drives the trotter, you idiot. Rick Shaw?
Margin 15
I
points.
can't believe it.
Commencement of this final quarter.
You reckon we're nuts.
And
Well, the Thomson blokes who
okay.
No, it's Gus here, mate. How you going?
Gus is on the Batmobile?
Yes, please. Yes,
Okay.
please, mate.
Ball spills free. Gardner. Good under pressure, but
Yep.
Zavanka was there. Lost possession of the ball.
Yep.
Thompson looking a little bit desperate. More desperate in this
They are,
final
Ron, yeah.
quarter. Obviously wanting to bridge the gap.
Yep.
Or make the gap impossible for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club because that'll put them 3 games
No worries.
out of the 5.
Thanks, Al.
It's really like an 8-point game to them today, isn't it, Ron?
It is. It certainly is. And the Cheetahs really need to bounce back as...
Sorry about that, guys. I was halfway through saying something there. And
Tucker takes that aerial contest well. Looks Tutter.
Cop one too high, too.
Yes.
yeah, it could have been a free kick. Yep.
Scott Cowie.
Hand pass. Looks there for... Yeah, good work there to Stuart Scott. Back to Cowie, but he couldn't control it. Pack of players have formed on that member's side centre wing. Umpire will come in and bounce down, and we've got some three-quarter time scores. Eastern Suburbs 10-11, trailing Werribee Centrals 11-6. 1 point margin there. Great game of football, similar to this one. Bannockburn 32-16, Belmont Lions 1 point. Corio 3-8, Anarchy 10-7, and Belpost Hill 13-10, North Geelong 8-9.
Jeff.
Back here at Baker's
Back page
Oval,
here, mate. The other one.
we've got 15-point margin. Thompson enjoying it. Shapter with the ball at centre half
Wrong
forward.
option, though.
He has taken the wrong option. Kicked
He had 3 of them
straight
spare
down
on this side of the ground.
the throat of young Chris Wilkie. At half back to go to the members' side of the ground, and he's kicked it straight down Timmy Gardner's throat. He takes a
Been
nice...
4 or 5 kicks there that have all been to the wrong option in the last couple of minutes.
Yep.
1 point.
Tucker, kick off the carpet. Humphrey was good, puts pressure on Campiglio. He's paddled it forward, but the plugger picks it up in the square by himself as Wilkie. And
Wilkins.
Yeah, Wilkins it is. The big ruckman kicks his first, and not a good start from the Geelong West point of view, Gus.
No, that definitely wasn't the start they wanted, and it was the start that Thomson wanted, so it's beneficial to them and a deficiency to West, so especially when he's standing back there by himself when the ball's gone in. I mean, he's had 5 minutes in there.
Certainly has. Now, Blue West 7-7-49. They trail Thomson 10-10-70.
If West have got to win this game, blokes like Jason Rathke got to stand up. He never had a touch in the third quarter. He's done nothing in the start of this quarter. He's got to lift. Alan Craig's got to lift. I think the back line's holding pretty well, and that was obviously a ruckman there. And Glenn Wilkins wasn't changing on the ball. He drifted down there, so it was a ruckman that kicked the goal, so it wasn't a backman's fault. And I think a few of them blokes have got a lift.
Yeah, you've probably summed it up pretty accurately there, Gus. They've got the breeze, although the breeze has dropped a bit, as it always does.
Yeah, I mentioned that just after half time, or just before half time, that the situation could arise.
Yeah.
Well, we just see the central umpire kick the ball down. That was a good effort.
Well, you know, you get a rap over the knuckles for that. They're not allowed to do that.
Is that right?
That's right. From the umpire fraternity, he'll get a rap over the knuckles. That's the people who don't like him doing it. There's no rule that says you can't do it.
Yep.
But if the advisors are here today, which they would be because they've got no GFL games to see, he'll cop a slap on the wrist Tuesday night training.
Wilkie does well. Loose ball. Scott appealed a free kick but doesn't get it. Tucker was good. Hand pass to McFarlane. Clever. McFarlane's kicked out of the right pocket. Looks to the leading Cowan. He's having trouble picking it up. Hotly pressed there, Cam Pigley, but Good Shepherd allows Cowan to break clear.
Bad luck.
Banging onto his left foot. Looks to Fanning in the pocket. The left forward pocket. It's over his head and paddled out wide there by the Cheetahs.
Head, Fanner.
And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the Geelong West time clock or timekeeper's box. Boys on screen enjoying the entertainment this afternoon. Savanka does well, but it's sharked at ground level by Shule.
Oh, no free kick there, guys.
It was a bit of a tricky one, wasn't it? He sort of fell over him, but I always maintained that if you
high.
put yourself in the position to get someone to fall over you,
You should get.
I reckon it's smart.
Well, one of the West boys did that last quarter. We remember talking about that.
Which situation was
Stewie
that?
Scott.
Yep.
Put himself in and got
Yep.
the free kick, and he deserved it.
Yep.
Loose ball, Highland. Hand pass was okay to McFarlane, but it's shark now Williams. Sam Lacino on the ground now for the Cheetahs.
Well, that would be deliberate in my book, but the umpire said, no, Noel Fanning, you're wrong again.
Ball out there in front of
I don't want to call it. It's a bit far away for us to see.
Oh, see, I've got a monitor. So you don't use it, obviously.
Good work by Sam Lacino there. Thomson blokes just seem to be more positive in their congested situations than the ball out. It's a perfect example of
What a
just having
shocking
just
bounce.
stiff there with a bounce. Good hands.
Yeah, good hands, Cowie. Opportunity now for the Blue West boys through Rathje. Can he find the target in Harris? Kicked the ball a bit too well for him. Atchison just too quick for Harris. Lost his footing at the crucial time.
All right, that's got to be in the back now.
Now,
Where was that
ball
one, Gus?
spills. Opportunity here for Thomson. Burns.
Yeah, so
Copping a
he's
bit
going to
high.
play that, and I don't think there was much in that.
No,
at all.
I reckon
No,
it was a
a bit
make-up
stiff
for the
there.
other one on the rubber man.
Well, I think he pushed him in the side.
He's
At
50
50.
metres him too. He must have said something to him.
Tunga might have said the wrong thing, do you think?
Quite a possibility. I don't know whether it was Tunga or Jace Brathke that he was pointing to. These are the things we spoke about in the second quarter that can cost games. It'll just give a side a bit of confidence if they score out of these situations.
Now, West should be around Pat Burns because he normally does. Is that Pat Burns with the ball?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
He normally doesn't kick, does he?
Burns elects to kick long. Looking there for Tucker in front there of Ladder. Used his body well there, keeping the
He
big
did.
fella at
He's
bay.
got a pretty big frame. He's pretty hard to get around.
But like you said, Ron, he doesn't do enough, does he?
Tucker, he's going to be kicking from 45. It's a floating drop punt to the
Helicopter.
square. Players contest. Loose ball at ground level sees the pack form. And I think you'll find the umpire will bounce.
One of those helicopter punts. Did you ever master them, Gus?
No, I'll tell you, they're pretty awkward to mark too.
Stewart's got it ground level. Turns, pivots, kicks quickly, but straight in the
It's
throat
the
of...
problem that West had in the first quarter when they kicked out of defence because everyone attacked the ball. They had no one coming out, and it was too easy for Thomson. A perfect situation just happened again there.
You killed him, that bloke.
Yeah, Highland another possession. Got it to Gardner, to Humphrey. But now Stuart Scott comes in and does well.
Oh,
Paddles it forward.
no answer there. I think he just turned a bit side on when he seen Scotty Cowie.
Wouldn't you? He's 3.5 kilos heavier than what it was at Little League time.
Don't worry, he said to me at half time, I said, you're looking a bit fat in that jumper there, mate. He said, I put on 2.5 kilos. I said, Fano told me you put on 3.5.
He would have lost a kilo in the
You
second
tell
quarter.
Fano your son hasn't run off me too much.
Yeah, but he hadn't lost a kilo in 1 quarter.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Loose ball at ground left.
He should have also told him
Russell
that Fanny
Scott.
kicked 2 goals on him too.
Did well. Alan Craig.
No, I think that's unjustified because he changed when he kicked the goals, the second goal.
Well, he kicked one on him.
Yep. From a kick out of the pack in the first 5 minutes.
Ball out of bounds. Right forward pocket.
Loose.
21 points to margin. Thomson enjoying that advantage. Stuart Scott, good work there to Craig. His left foot kick not good. Good tackle there, Hunga now.
This bloke's killed him.
Ball dropped short. Christian Highland has been terrific.
He's probably been the difference between the two sides, in my opinion.
He's probably a bit quiet in the third quarter, though. Fano?
He might have been a bit quiet, but he's still my best. He's still my best player so far.
Good fist away there in defence for the Cheetahs. Get today the line out of bounds.
Hey, I got the trophy down here too. Don't forget you blokes.
Axel, all we've been talking about, the Thomson blokes will probably pick up the video and say, what all the bullshit these blokes are on about.
You're not allowed to say that word on the radio.
Oh, sorry.
Thomson.
Oh, I forgot we're on the radio. Apologise to the listeners. I'm sure you've all heard it before.
That's it. Margin 21 points,
Sorry?
fellas. Time check. 11 minutes gone in the final quarter.
It's going to be a late finish.
Certainly is. Tucker again got it to Burns. Been a good combination all day. Quick kick up forward though. Again, Chris Wilkie comes out, takes a lovely grab for the Cheetahs. Changes direction, goes right across the face of
Should have
goal.
done that.
Dangerous.
That's no
Burke
mark.
played
It's
the
third
mark.
in line.
Plays on. Gives it across there to a teammate running, which was I think you'll find Ratchy, was it? Loose ball now at half forward. Cock was cool. Hand pass didn't hit the target. Good pressure there, Ian Alley. Umpire has picked one out. And
I think that's a bit rough.
Thomson get the free kick.
What was that for?
Too high. I didn't see what exactly happened, so I suppose I shouldn't really comment on it, but Frankie Nelly had hold of the guy with the ball on the ground. And I think Tunga must have come in and upset procedures.
That's not like Tunga, is it?
No.
Cheetahs into attack. Goals are a premium at the moment. There's been a little bit of zip going
Yeah,
on
they've got to kick a couple of goals in a hurry, West, so they're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, well, as Ron said, it's been going, nearly halfway through the last.
Let's have a look, Noel. It's 12 minutes gone, mate.
Well, there you go.
They haven't had it in their forward 50, I don't think, for the whole quarter, have they?
Correct. Not playing at the moment with the zest they had in that third quarter. Loose ball again.
I think one of the biggest problems West had for the day is actually staying on their feet. I think in the tight congestions they've always been on the ground rather than staying on their feet, and Thomson have actually run away with the ball.
Gardner breaks clear at centre wing and kicks
Too
along
high,
to
she
half forward.
cried. The umpire
Levanka
said, no, you're on again. No.
held. A bit of a screen for ball. Pack of players have formed and umpire Farnsworth will bounce down.
Even the crowd's getting frustrated with the umpire decisions.
Yeah. Bloke in the red jacket, who is it?
Where are you looking?
The Thomson bench. He's plucked one there for too
Been
high.
a free kick paid, and it's going to go the way of Trevor Tucker. High tackle. Tucker, left foot kick. High ball.
Oh!
Power over the top.
Stewie Scott's
But
mark.
Stewie Scott in front, I think.
That was good
70
work by Jason Crichton there. He's seen Stewie in front of him and actually tried to hold Plugger out. The Plugger's only snatched it at the last bit.
Rathje's got the sit here. No one helping him though. Wilkins
Yeah,
does well for the
Was good
Thomson
work.
side. Loose ball sees Tucker. Pick it up, hand pass into the direction of Gardner, who throws it onto his boot.
Not a very good option where Stewie just kicked it just then. 2-on-1 with Jason behind.
He's still plugging along the old full back and middle
West.
side.
Sputter letting them down. Peacock comes
good
out.
work.
Pressure. Great smother,
Stewie
Stuart
Scott.
Scott. And he'll sleep well tonight.
I think blokes like Scotty Cowie, Fano, can carry an injury and play well in this competition.
Yeah, but can they carry that 3.5k? He's playing all right, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going along all right, still doing his job.
For a bloke who told me a quarter time he was blown out.
He was Ted.
Yeah.
Roo.
Yeah. He's still going along all right, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still flogging. No, thanks, mate.
Ball right half forward.
Is he offering you a can or a
No,
smash?
he's trying to give me lollies there. I wonder what he's getting up to.
Oh, mate, when he starts offering you a boiled lollies, I'd be moving away.
Time Harris and Wilkins do battle. No one gets a decisive tap. It spills towards the boundary. Pack of players are there and the umpire in hand. Kim Andrew will bounce down about 60 metres from the Geelong West goal.
It's died out a bit to a sort of a hard slog, hasn't it?
It really has now.
You know, they're 21 points down. They need to get a couple of quick ones now and make it interesting, don't they, West? And the way they're travelling...
We'll even just need one just to build it, just to get it fired a little bit, I think. An appetiser, so to speak.
Yep.
Harris, backhander, was good play. Got into the corridor. Neil lost his footing. Likewise, Ingwersen, who's going to get a free kick for in
I
the
think
back.
that was pretty soft.
It was, but hand passes out. Is it to Craig, who long balls it.
Yeah, good.
Pissed away. And a good defensive football there. That was young Glenn Elliott in the last line of defence.
Now, normally Scraggle would take a few more steps if his confidence was up a bit, taken a few more steps and kicked that goal.
Yeah.
But he started off on the bench today. His form's been a little bit ordinary over the past few weeks.
Is why he started on the bench?
Yep. As far as I know, I'm not a selector, but I would say that would be the case.
Ball brought back into play, and he's elected to go to the members' side of the ground. It's off hands, out of bounds. Went very wide then, did Glenn Elliott, full back for Thomson. 20 points the margin. Beaumont's Pies and Cakes final quarter scoreboard. 17 minutes gone of the term. Can the Cheetahs get a goal here? They need one desperately. Quick hands, it was good play to Lucchino. Opportunity here is Werson. Loose ball now, spills out to the pocket. Russell, Scott, and also some good work there by Shapter for the Thomson footy.
There you go, mate.
And
Still blowing?
it's out of bounds about
Scotty Cowie told me
50
he's still
metres
puffing, Gus.
from the west goal. Important boundary throw-in. Good work, Wilkins again. Lucchino goes hard at it. It was in fact Nick Lucchino.
You've lost a kilo, Scotty.
Ball now. Left half forward
Oh, there's
flank.
a low flow. He should maybe throw that back in again.
In front there was Harris. Ball spills. Lucchino. Williams. Hand pass. This looks all right. He come off. Harris ran into trouble, but he's looked there for Williams again, running down the centre, or the ground, or the boundary side of the ground. Unfortunately, couldn't find the young fella.
It's a bit higher, Ron.
It was a little high. And another throw-in. Williams runs onto it this time. Slot this. This will be a beauty if he does.
He does.
Don't tell me he has. Oh, what a great goal.
Yeah, goal of the day.
Well, his other one was just as good up the top pocket, but he's probably further out on the first occasion. But
That's his third.
it's good to kick a nice goal, but there's still three down there. They can wave your arm around here until you get the next three, is it, Ronnie?
That's it. Yeah, 3 quick goals. And, well, time check shows 19 minutes gone, fellas, of the final quarter. It's not impossible. But at the moment, highly unlikely. The centre bounce, important. Cervenka really needs to contest Wilkins, who's a lot taller.
Beaumont's Pies and Cakes scoreboard. West 8-8-56, Thomson 10-10-70.
Good work there, Burns, who's been terrific.
I don't know what happened there with the centre bounce, but there was only three West blokes in the centre. In the centre square.
Thomson here, opportunity Martin, quick hands to Ardo. The answer coming up, I'd suggest.
Yes.
40-metre goal, it's a beauty. Lovely goal off the boot of Stevie Ardo. Kicks his second. And I think that could be the sealer, boys. 11-10-76. Thomson, 8-8-56. Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club.
Yeah, actually, Barry Thomson, Brett. Follow him.
I've followed Thomson for many a year. I actually won a grand off Smoke one year.
Did you?
Yeah.
A grand. Is that right, Ronnie?
Wasn't very good, was it?
Not for you, Ron.
Beaumont's Pies and Cakes.
Grand final about
11-10-76. Blue West, 8-8.
The worst bet I ever had with footy, I give my old boss Essendon were 2-5 after 7. I give him 5-1 to win the flag. They were 10-1 on Sportbook. I didn't lay off, and they end up getting up and winning.
Ouch.
Oh,
Yeah, it could have been a bit high on 34.
Sherwell.
Oh, he waited for
Sam Latuno, yeah, lost sight of the footy. Dan Fanning goes down. Quick hand pass out was good. Arda under pressure, back to Fanning. Slung as he kicked the ball. Good work, Stewie Scott. Happy to see it go over the line and out of bounds.
I tell you what, he's had a go.
Played very well, Stuart,
Yep.
today.
So was 34, and so has Burke.
yeah, he's been in and out. He sort of hasn't done much in the second half.
No, you're right.
Ball in the left forward pocket. Thomson into the attack. And umpire Farnsworth will call for another bounce. Christian Holland picks himself off the deck. There's been a push, and I think it's going to go against the big fella Trevor Tucker. Just a
Excuse me.
That's the spot for it.
long left foot kick, goes out wide, good play. Neil, back of the pack. Recovery was good. Second effort, terrific. And
He's
another
played all right
pack.
too.
Who's that, mate?
Tried hard.
Tanger. Don't you reckon?
He's been solid, hasn't he? He
Yep.
probably hasn't. He's probably not going to be in the best 6 or 7, but he's been,
He's been a worker.
serviceable.
He's been working.
Yeah.
Loose ball. Here's an opportunity now. He's Wilson, who's been busy. Left foot kick into the centre of the ground. Oh, Stein comes out. Hand passes to Gardner. Was good play. Gardner drives the ball forward. But up there taking a nice grab. It's paid. A one-hander.
That wasn't a mark,
Cam
Ron.
Pigley has been paid it.
The umpire's got to be on.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate.
Goes out wide. Stewie Scott, another possession. Looks up the ground. The lead there from his brother Russell. Back of the pack was Harris. Swivels and kicks quickly up looking for Lucino, but he overruns the ball
that's
as well.
That is definitely deliberate.
It hasn't been paid all day though.
No, it hasn't. And that shouldn't have been in that situation. They're two of the quickest West blokes in Springer and Willie there against
And they
Glenn
let-
Wilkins at 6'5", and he's
they let
actually got to the ball first.
Yeah, they let it get to a situation like that.
Back into play, loose ball. Gardner hand passes out wide to the run of Ardo. Kicks off the carpet, good footy. Ladder does well. High ball. Neil tries to get the mark, couldn't do
Win
so.
it back. Yeah,
And
too early,
Russell
mate.
Scott's been infringed with. And
Be pretty happy about that. That's
Scotty-
the only bit of mud in the whole
Scotty
ground.
Cowie, look at him. He ran out of puff, got to the wing and conked out.
That's well rode by Twang.
the bouncing ball will bounce through. It has. That's a great goal.
Not as good as the other one though. From the
No,
boundary line.
good
But
goal
Still
under
a good
pressure.
goal. Yeah, very good goal.
And, well, Stuart Scott gets his name in the paper because he's kicked his first for
I
the
think he
afternoon.
would have
He
anyway.
would have
Ron.
already got it in there, I think, Ron.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. Been a real terrific leader's performance here this afternoon for the Blue West Cheetahs. But unfortunately hasn't had enough support. Scoreboard tells the story.
Well, I made the comment just at the start of the third quarter that blokes like Jace Rathke had to lift if West would win this game, and he still hasn't had a possession, I don't think, up until this stage.
Okay, Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 9-8-64. 12-point trailers over Thomson 11-10-76. Good work there, Gardner. Got it to Ardo, who's been terrific. Cowie. Good work over there. Russell Scott's in a bit of trouble. But gee whiz, he does well. Gives it across the keep, paddles it forward. There's a go. I tell you what, I've got to show here. If Rath can trap the ball, couldn't do so. Ball's taken over the line out of bounds by Aaron Bradley. Throw in right in front of the commentary position, out of sight of the ground.
Actually, I don't know whether it's had impact on the game, but West have got a few blokes wounded. That's one of them right there. Russell and also Cowie. You've seen Cowie there, the way he attacked the ball the last effort there. You could just see he had to tap it out. And the same with Russell Scott.
What's 9 sixes, Ron?
54.
Plus 8. Plus 8?
62.
Yeah, I thought you were wrong before.
Yeah, margin's 14 points.
That's a good tackle, that.
Ball now, opportunity here, Williams. Oh, well done there, Sherwell.
They could have done something better with that.
Yeah, had Sherwell not taken the ball or just knocked it out of Williams' hands, Williams would have been free to kick the goal.
If Nick Latuno had a kick around, I know it's not a good option, but to kick around the body, but if he had a kick around the corner on his right foot rather than try and turn back on left, he would have hit Andrew Harris standing by himself, but instead Steve Sherwell got between him and Willie and made a contest of it.
Good running there by Burke, over the top to Russell Scott. Handball, okay. Williams gets around one. He's got time to now shoot, kick. Will it sit there for Neil? Under pressure, Stein paddles it forward. Can he keep it in play? They do, but the pack of players form. And it's a ball up in that left forward pocket. It's about 35 metres from Blue West goal. They do trail by 14 points. 9-8, 62 it should be. Thomson 11-10-76.
Probably 4 minutes to go in the Promote Clothing and Sporting Cup.
Yeah, good 26 minutes gone. And to West's credit, they have fought the game out. But I think Gus Primer hit the nail on the head. Too many players now starting to hurt with injury.
Yeah. We just got to hope that the temperature doesn't get any lower.
It is rather cool. Boundary throw in. Wilkins just too tall.
I was going to say that's a bit high. So he's made a bit of difference since coming on.
He certainly has, the big fella.
Three West blokes up there.
Good running Burke there to Wookie. Looks up the ground to Wings worse. And good tackle on Ardo, but he was good enough to get the hand pass to Gardner. Goes one way, then the other. High tackle Zavanka.
He's a bit stiff there, Leroy, but anyway, he's hit him too high.
He has. The ball will be taken back.
What, it is a bit stiff because Stewie Scott had it, didn't he?
Yep.
And he was off.
Yep.
And I reckon the way you look pretty keen to get it down there to Danny.
Hand pass, Gardner was good.
Off 10.
It's dropping the ball.
Stein caught with the footy.
What did I want to be?
Now, Zavanka not allowed to play on.
No, he blew time, mate. He can't play on.
He did blow time. Ball must come back as the time clock has been stopped.
Probably to West's advantage too, because it went through for a point, didn't it?
Yes.
Now they can set something up.
Well, Pat Burns has filled the hole.
Just stand in the hole, but Travis Burke still stand by himself.
Denning leads. Looks to Harris. The kick not good. Oh, Atchison.
Too much
Very
pace for Harris.
classy, yeah. Comes out, drives long to centre half forward in front McFarlane. Gives it to Humphrey. Left foot kick. A wobbly old punt. The bounce, a cruel one. Sets up okay for Cam Pigley.
It's almost throwing the ball.
Yeah, was well tackled. Cowan pivots.
No.
Then goes banging his left foot. High ball underneath Sam Latuno. Takes the edges of marks.
Oh,
Kick not a good one, but Humphrey can't control it. And good work.
Jace Crichton's been very good actually.
Crichton, yes, he has. Kicks long, little Rathje, high fly, hits the deck running. Went handball and then ricochets off himself.
He's back again.
He's mucked it up.
Yeah, that's all he could do in that situation.
He's probably done the right thing in trying to play on because of the situation of the
without a
game.
doubt.
Highland with class. Rashi. Hand pass intercepted by Ardo.
Clear now.
Went one way, then the other.
Told the ball. Yeah.
He had blokes there too. He had a few options. I don't know why he didn't take one.
He ran out of ideas,
He's just telling everyone there, why didn't you tell me? But I think they're all yelling at him.
That's Williams. He goes wide for... Is that Ingleson? No.
Oh, held.
At least he was consistent. It's the same umpire.
Yep.
Gardner now breaks clear. Shocking kick, drops short.
He was away. The
Rookie
umpire was
didn't
right.
know he was there. Now
There he is.
Cowie.
He stayed steady, and he, Scott.
Latter's kick is a shocker.
I think that ball's wet, actually.
And just drift forward.
Just come out of the water somewhere.
Oh, McFarlane. Good mark. There's the siren.
Doesn't matter, does it?
It's all over, and McFarlane an opportunity here. And Chris Martin just collapses here in front of us. Pretty tired boy. As the ground is pretty heavy, McFarlane's kick is a beauty, I think you'll find. No score, no. It's been marked right at the line by Samuel Lacino. And the full-time scoreboard will show that the Cheetahs have gone down to the Tigers by 14 points here this afternoon in a pretty entertaining game of football, Gus.
Yeah, well, it was just Thomson was sort of had the nose in front all day, and it sort of basically finished up that way. And what was probably a fairly solid game of football, really. It wasn't an outstanding game to watch, but they both sides worked pretty hard and just toiled away for the whole day.
Okay, well, first of all, goal kickers for respective sides. Thomson, Dan Fanning with 2. Likewise, Stevie Ardo and Mark Cowan. Singles to Christian McFarland, Glenn Wilkins, Rick Humphrey, Tim Gardner, Christian Highland. For the Cheetahs, 3 great goals, Andy Williams, and singles to Alan Craig, Jason Rathje, Stuart Scott, Andy Harris, Leroy Zavanka, and Ken Denning. Now, you've had time to chew on the fat there, Gus. First of all, I'd just like to hear your better players, first of all, for the Cheetahs, the losers there this afternoon.
Okay, I thought for the losing side and the home side, I thought Chris Wilkie was good all day. I thought West backline was pretty solid all day, even though Thomson have kicked the highest score, but I thought they were solid all day. I thought Justin Latter was good at centre half back. We must have, as I mentioned earlier, Chris Wilkie, he bet on Christian McFarlane, and he's done a pretty good job on him. I think that he's only taken 1 or 2 marks for the day, which he is an aerialist, and I don't think he's kicked a goal for the day. So he's done a good job. I thought Justin Latter, I thought he stitched up Sherwell pretty early and done a ripper job on him all day. Stuart Scotty just was his workman-like self and had plenty of possessions, probably close to 35, somewhere around there. He just keeps knocking them up, and I think his best asset is he can cover so much ground and get to so many contests. Andy Williams, he kicked 3 goals. He was sort of in and out. But he had a good solid game. I mentioned just there towards the end of the call, Jace Crichton done a good job. Darren Campilli on plugger. I thought he'd done a good job. He set for 5 minutes in the 3rd quarter. And I thought Gav Ingleson was under the packs all day. For Thomson, I thought Christian Highland, he had a bit of a quiet spell in the 3rd quarter, but apart from that, his other 3 and a bit quarters were very good. I thought Pat Burns, he didn't have a lot of kicks, but I thought a lot of his work in and around the packs, the under work in heavy traffic with his short handballs, there was a few throws in there, but he got away with them. But when you're in congestion and the umpire hasn't got the visual and you get away with them, that's well and good. Obviously, he does that a fair bit. Steve Ardo, I thought his first half was good, but he was probably in and out a little bit, and he'd done a couple of things in the last quarter there, but I thought he was in and out. HO at centre half back, I thought he was solid all day. He just had too much pace for Andrew Harris, and I thought Tim Gardner was his workman-like was similar to Stuart Scott. He just worked all day, and he does the harder work in the packs, the same as Paddy. Paddy's more on the ground, pick the ball up and handball. Timmy's more run through with the ball and carry it with him.
Okay, Noel Fanning downstairs. Your thoughts on proceedings here this afternoon?
Well, I agree with Gus. I thought when he came on the ground, and it surprised me that he started on the bench, Gus, was
Wilkins?
Scragger.
Scragger.
Yeah, I thought he was quite serviceable when he came on. I think that run, you said he was out of form, that run would give him a bit of confidence, wouldn't it?
Yep, he needed to kick that goal, and he normally kicked that goal.
Yes.
You take into account into the third quarter there, when there's 25 out.
Yep.
They're a normal piece of cake for a bloke like Scragger to kick them goals. Well, he's missed that as well.
And just one other bloke that you never mentioned that I thought was very serviceable for the home side is the number 4 Guernsey in Burke.
Travis Burke?
Yes.
Yeah, Trav, when he come on, I think he come on for Brett Whitmore in the first quarter.
But he
which,
was
by the way, went to hospital with, they heard a crack and they think his ribs are broken, not fractured. He's gone straight to casualty.
Wigmore?
Yep, Brett Wigmore.
Right.
But when Travis come on, his last bit of that, when he come on that first quarter and his second quarter were great, but I thought he didn't do a real lot after half time.
And I thought for the visiting team, I thought, no, that's right. Well, I'm going to give him 3 votes. I'll declare that now. Christian Ireland, I just thought he's sensational. You're right, though. He was quiet in the third quarter, but I still thought he played very well. I thought Timmy Gardner played well. Pat Burns got a lot of the ball. His handballs were a bit astray today. And you hit the nail on the head before, Gus, when you said that Steve Sherwell was well and truly stitched up. Was that by Latter?
Yeah, Justin Latter.
Yeah, yep. He was. And I thought the rubber man ran out of defence very well all day.
Yeah, he exploited Harrow's renown not for his pace, so he's actually exploited that, which is HO's normal game anyway. His normal game is to run and attack and take on everybody, so he's probably played his normal game. He hasn't looked at sort of Harrow being a bit slower than himself, and he's taken that on.
Yeah, and I thought probably it took Thomson a while to get their mix right. Did you think that?
Well, they swapped and changed, credit to them. I thought the big move was obviously when Wilkins come on off the bench. I thought it was a big move. They put Trevor Tucker to centre half forward, and Sherrill went to the half back flank. And I just thought, even like Justin Latter still maintained his presence at centre half back, and Sherrill obviously went off the ground there. And but Wilkins in the ruck. The thing is, I mean, it doesn't matter, even though he's only played half a footy. But when you're 6'5", the other blokes still have to jump to get that high in the last quarter.
That's right.
And I think that paid out. I mean, they started to win. They won the knockouts because Leroy just couldn't get up to where Wilkins' hands were. And I think that, they paid a bit of price. They took the ball out of the centre 4 or 5 times there in the last quarter with relatively ease, where they got hit on the chest by Wilkins in the ruck.
Yep, totally agree with you, Ron.
Yeah, look, I think it was a little man's day today, and certainly there were some good players as you've covered. The taller timber, Trevor Tucker, I thought was brilliant early, but then as you say, Leroy Savannah.
Yeah, they were even at half time, weren't they? Like Leroy had a good second quarter, and Trevor dominated the first quarter, which was why. And obviously, if you look at the scores, where they were pretty well squared up at half time, I think it was 29-32.
That's right.
I think they were both very influential in the scoreboard being in that position.
Yeah, well, I've given it to all little blokes.
You go for it, Ron.
Yeah, I've gone Timmy Gardner.
Yeah.
Tim Gardner, 1 vote. Just because of the way he plays his game, he's just terrific. He never stops trying, and he's burrowing in and getting the ball forward for his team. Stewie Scott was terrific. Christian Highland, clearly best on ground.
So you gave 3 to Highland, 2 to Scott, 1 to Gardner.
Yep.
Exactly the same way I gave it.
Okay, I'll give you mine then. I gave 1 vote to Paddy Burns, just for his work in the packs. I thought when the game was, when they were when the West squared up, and that Paddy done a lot of work to actually push the ball forward consistently. I thought Chris Wilkie was West's best player. I thought he played well all day, and I always take into account, not necessarily meaning that it's right, but I always take into account the calibre of the player they play on, and he played on a very, very capable footballer. And I gave the 3 to Christian Ireland. I thought that apart from that little bit in the third quarter, and if you take the game into account, I think probably apart from Stewie, as far as having 4 consistent quarters, apart from Stewie Scott, I thought there wasn't many blokes that did have 4 quarters of dominance, and I thought Christian was the 3 and a bit quarters that were good was excellent.
Righto, so how does that add up, Ron?
Yeah, congratulations to Christian Highland, because he's ended up with 9 out of 9, so that's a great effort from him. 47 Guernsey from Thomson. He's the round 13 winner of the Promoted Trophy and Clothing Company.